Hey guys, Stephen here again, and this time I am bringing you my review of the Asus Google Nexus 7. Asus is, well, Asus or Asus if you're American, is one of my favourite technology companies in the world at the moment. They make some brilliant products, especially computer components. I mean, I just finished rebuilding my computer and I used an Asus motherboard and, well, I would have used other Asus products, but I couldn't really afford some of them. But Asus makes some brilliant technology. There's I've used the Asus Padphone 2, which was well, that's a brilliant device, and I have experience with this, my Asus Google Nexus 7. As you may have noticed, I do tend to go for the Nexus devices because, well, I'm an Android developer, well, aspiring Android developer, so I need the developer devices, which happen to be the Nexus devices made by Google themselves, and so far I have been extremely pleased with this device. So, let's get on with the review. So, as you can see, this is the back of the Nexus 7, side view. It says Nexus here. It's a nice sort of soft touch plastic, and it's sort of got little holes in it which make it quite easy to grip onto. It's not massively easy to grip onto, but it's smooth and it's nice and does for what most people are going to need it for. You can see down here on the back is the speaker. This is a stereo, two speakers. This is stereo speakers. One on this side, one on this side. There's no balancing options in Android, so you don't really get many options for it. But if you install something like CyanogenMod or something like that, I'm sure you can probably find options for balancing the stereo speaker system. And also down here it says Asus. I know it seems like I'm like making up to Android or making up to Asus or something, but trust me, if they made a product I didn't like, they wouldn't give us one. Right, so as you can see, this is the left hand side of the device as you look at the screen, and it has absolutely nothing on it except for these pogo pins here, which the camera seems to refuse to focus on. These are there for the dock and the dock alone. The dock, which I haven't got, is available for the Nexus 7. I'm not sure whether it's available here yet, but it's definitely available in America because I've seen a review of it. And basically you just sit your Nexus 7 on it like that, and it shows the screen. It's useful for when you're using Daydreams. I haven't actually got Daydreams set up on this device at the moment because I don't have a dock for it, but then I have it in a case most of the time, so the dock wouldn't exactly be the best thing for me. Although I said that I do like this device, it can sometimes be a little bit slower. I've noticed not as fluid as my Nexus 4 with its Snapdragon 600, I think, processor, 1.5 GHz processor. This has the NVIDIA Tegra 3 1.2 GHz quad-core processor, which obviously isn't quite as powerful, but it's still a reasonably good processor, and I've found that it runs pretty much any game that I've tried to run. So yeah, let's move on to the other side. On this side you can see, I don't know if you can see there, the only two hard buttons on this device. The power button, which is there, or power and standby button, which is there, and the volume rocker, which is there. So very similar to the Nexus 4, which also only has those. Has a 3.5mm headphone jack and a micro USB slot. I don't think this has a noise cancelling microphone, although I wouldn't expect it to, given that it's not a phone. Right, so starting up. Press the power button. You are presented with this screen. So as you can see, it's just a standard Android interface. I'm running the Spectrum IPS display. at the moment. And yeah, we've got the separated notification bar at the top of Android 4, Jelly Bean 4.2. So this shows you a quick settings menu which allows me to do things like turn on and off tilt rotation. But I have found that tilt rotation doesn't work particularly fast on this device. As you probably just noticed there. Notification tray on the other side, very minimalist. It just shows you notifications when you've got them. And yeah, it's pretty much the normal Android interface. If anyone wants me to, I will do a full Android review of 4.2 Jelly Bean. But this is pretty quick. It's one of the fastest devices I've ever used on it, apart from my Nexus 4. This is just the Google Now search page, as you can see. And what else have I got on here? I may show you some benchmarks of games in a bit. But yeah, it's a pretty nice device. It's got a forward mounted camera here, and it has a 7, I think it's 7, is it 7 or 7.1 inch screen? 7 inch screen with 800 by 1280 pixels resolution, which is pretty good. I've found that watching high definition content on it, it looks very nice. Yeah, it's not the best screen in the world, but it's quite vibrant, nice colours, and it's pretty responsive, so it's a pretty good screen. As far as web browsing goes, which is mainly what I use it for, the Google Chrome application is very good on Android, as I'm sure it is on the Apple devices as well. Personally, I've never used one of the Apple devices for long enough to actually know what it's like, but it's pretty fast. As you can see on here, I was using it to look up for a new camera, which I'm planning on buying, the Sony Nexus 5R, the Nex 5R, sorry. And yeah, it's pretty good for browsing the internet. It's got the pinch to zoom features. That was me getting a notification from Facebook. That can go away. Yeah, it's useful. I use it mostly when I'm at university for just looking stuff up in lectures, sometimes taking notes, sometimes playing games in between lectures, or even in lectures if it's really boring. I use it for storing photos when we go on holiday. I've got a little adapter which allows me to plug SD cards into it. But yeah, pretty much. Overall, the tablet from me gets 8 out of 10. It's a very good tablet. It's nice and light, it's nice and small, it's brilliant for what I need it for. But yeah, I give it 8 out of 10. The only reason it doesn't get higher than that, as I said, the Tegra 3 is a bit slower than the Snapdragon processor in the Nexus 4, and well, basically that's the only fault I've ever found with it. Don't know whether it's got the latest update yet, but I think it has. I will just check on that for me. About my tablet. Yes, 4.2.2, as you can see there. Running the latest version of Android. Google are normally pretty good at updating their own devices, so there you go. So yeah, I will do a review on my case in a minute, but you probably won't see that for another day or so, because rendering videos takes ages, as well, anyone who's done it probably knows. Okay, so there you go. Thank you for watching, and please like and favourite and share as you feel free. Thank you. Goodbye.